And if you decide to go with a single stage press, they don't come with anything to hold your cartridge. You can see your cartridge won't even go in it. Of course, a smaller cartridge probably will, but you can see it's not going to hold it. You're going to have to get a universal shell priming set. You can see these are numbered. It'll come with a chart that pretty much will cover all your calibers. You can see on the chart a 30-06 will take a number 2. I've got a number 2 out. You can see the bottom of the shell case has got a notch in it that will slide in your press. Turn the notch to the front. 30-06 will slide right in there. That, depending on what kind of dies you get, they're all going to be different. You need to follow your directions in your dies. They'll thread into your top of your press. Then you'll set them up however your instructions say, and you slide your cases in there, and you're ready to go. And a lot of times whenever you're setting up your dies for the first time, you may accidentally set your bullet too deep in your case. And if you do that, you're going to need a bullet puller. And this one comes with 3 or 4 different sizes of collars that goes around your base of your bullet. And you want to find your right size. This is the largest one. Slides over the bullet. You want to keep the round part up. Back of the puller, it'll thread off. Put your case in it, thread that back on. And then you just hit that on a hard surface. You may have to do it several times to get it totally out. If you're a little deeper than what you want to be, a lot of times you can just hit it soft and it'll move your bullet back out. Once you get around crimped, you got to hit it pretty hard to get it to come out totally. But if the brass is not crimped to the case, it's usually not too big a deal. And whenever you're reloading rifle cartridges, since you've got such a big case, you've got to lube them. You're going to need a lube pad. This is made by Lyman. What it is, it's just an absorbent, soft pad. You want to take any kind of case lube, shake it up pretty good, spray it on your pad, then you just take your case, roll it over the pad, and you're supposed to let it dry. It'll tell you how to do it. In some cases you may want to reapply it. Usually I may not let it dry completely. It does pretty good for me. And whenever you're using a single stage press, the cheapest one I've got here, it has no priming system on it. Some of them have a priming system. This one don't. I use a Lee Auto Bench Prime. Wasn't very expensive. It'll come with a charging handle, the whole unit. It comes with 2 charging heads. They'll be labeled large and small. You can see that one's labeled large. It'll slide in your machine just like that. Then you're going to need a priming tool shell holder set. It'll have every shell holder you need in it. It'll have a chart with it. It'll tell you number on your shell holder that you need. And I look on my chart. I got a 30-06. It takes a number 2. They'll all be labeled. And on this one, you've got to pull your handle up, push your priming tool head down, keep the open side up. It's got little notches. It'll slide right in. You can put your cartridge in it. It'll hold it. It'll come with a primer holder. Got it where you can open it up, load your primers in it on a flat surface. You want to keep them on one side. You'll shake them down, keep them on this side. Return it back to lock. That'll slide in your machine just like that. Once you get it in your machine, you need to turn it on. That'll let your primer go into your tool. When you first put that in, you'll have to cycle it one time to get a primer to go down in the slot. Then you're ready to prime. And when your primer comes out, you can see the new primer in it. And you're also going to need powder. I've got just a few powders out here. They come in 1-pound containers, most of them. That was an 8-pound container. Several different brands, depending on what you're reloading. When you're reloading, if you're using a progressive machine, majority of all of them will have their own powder measure on them. When you're using a single stage press, they don't. You've got to measure your own powder. You can do it with a scale. This one was less than $100. I've got it set to grains. Comes with a little powder funnel. Tear it out to where it's 0. Put your powder in it. That'll weigh your powder. And you can pour it in your funnel and load your cases.